So I can just go deeper into what happens when a person decides that, that they want to go on a spiritual journey really quickly.
Yeah.
When people come to see me, they are at a space where they are sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and
Mm.
tired of being on that hamster wheel, and they got them blockages. They want to know who they are. They ready to tap in
Yes.
to heal from trauma. They ready to go to the next level, and they ready to put in that work and do what it takes to get there. If a person is not ready to face their shit, don't come. If you're not ready to say that you're ready to do the work, don't come, because you're going to waste your money. The point is to invest in yourself, right? Invest in your learning, invest in your self mastery, and also be willing to put in the work, because what happens with this medicine is it raises your vibration. When your vibration raises, like I said earlier, you attract how you vibrate. So you attract high vibrational things when you're vibrating high, but you have to be willing to do the work to continue to vibrate high, because when you vibrate low is when you open yourself up for attracting lower vibrational things.
Yes.
Yeah, I can get that. It makes sense. Like you gotta just know what you're getting into and be ready to do something about it, not just sit around. I think like it sounds like you can't be complacent at all.
Mm-mm. No, you shouldn't. When you come in, you should not come in with any kind of expectations, because expectations will breed disappointment. You should only come in with intentions. All your intentions will get met in ceremony, right? But you can't be attached to how you think it's going to show up, because it's not going to show up, because your mind can't even fathom the things that happens in a ceremony in the first place. So you need to come in with, no matter what I hear, no matter what I see, no matter what I feel, I'm just going to lay here. I'm going to surrender, and I'm going to focus on my breath until this thing is over, because all of these medicines have a time limit, right? So the psilocybin has a time limit, 6 to 8 hours. Sometimes people can go 9 hours, right? But the bufo has a time limit also. It's 30 minutes. Sometimes it can last 45 minutes. Sometimes it can last 15 minutes. So these plant medicines have a time limit. And when you work with me in the plant medicine, I deal with only the respect of the medicine, because it is able to take you back and to help you heal. And so when people come in, they know that they're there to respect the medicine. They know they're there to put in the work, and they know that they're there to go inside of their universe. And then they feel safe and vulnerable. We make sure that people feel safe all night. There is no judgment. I don't care what somebody say or what they may have felt or whatever. It's literally no judgment, because people are vibrating on all different frequencies, and you never know what's going to show up in a ceremony. But we always ready for everything anyway, so it don't even matter.
I see, I see. Yeah, it sounds like the mirror thing sounded like it was pretty intense. Or was it to you?
You said the mirror thing.
Yeah, like her like you said someone was in the bathroom and they got stuck in a certain like you said he was stuck.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't intense for me.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, it wasn't intense for me, because this is the thing. I understand that the medicine got a time limit, and I understand that people are vibrating. I also understand that there is no such thing as an overdose on this medicine.
Mm,
Right. So ain't nobody coming in there and, oh, is this person overdosing? No, that's why I have you fill out a health intake form. That's why I have you do a Zoom intake interview, right? So when somebody come in there and they acting up and they showing their ass or whatever they doing, it's all right. They vibrating on the frequency that they vibrating on until they ain't. And so I don't allow people to come in and judge. I don't allow people to come in talking about other people or other people's journeys or what they have done or what they need to do. So I want people to come, when they come in, they focus on themselves and they put the work in for themselves. So no, it was not an intense moment for me. Her mother kept looking over there like, is she all right? I'm like, she good.
Yeah.
Go on your journey. We got her. We got her. So
Yeah.
just because she couldn't talk, okay, and
I'm thinking about it
she
from
had
my
a
perspective, I
fifth over
guess.
her mouth, so she couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff is fairly new to me, so I'm thinking about it from my perspective, how I would be looking at it, and I would be like, you know, there's a lot going on right now, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things I haven't seen and stuff like that. So,
And see, that's the thing. You wouldn't be looking at it from my perspective as the
right,
shaman, right? You would be there laying down. Maybe you'll have a mask on. You'll be going on your journey, and maybe you're seeing closed eye visions. Maybe you're seeing open eye visions. Maybe you're having both. Maybe you're just getting downloads, right? Maybe an ancestor may want to connect to you. It's a lot of possibilities that can happen. You only come in with your intention. You're going to get all your intentions plus. You just can't be attached to how it's going to show up, because it ain't going to show up that way.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, all
You
right.
said that you said that you guys wanted to kind of talk to a couple people that have gone on some of these journeys.
Yeah, I want them to like 1 to 2 minutes. I don't want them to like take too long because I know there's a lot of people in here.
Y'all hear that? 1 to 2 minutes now.
Yeah, just the journey, the experience, and how did it help you?
Okay. Who want to go first? Anybody want to go first, or y'all want me to just call y'all out?
No.
I definitely saw what's your name? I saw someone in there. He said he died twice like me. I need to hear that. Where you at? He died a few times.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, Damiana. Okay.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can put this in 2 minutes. So, what would you like to know most? Since I only have a few minutes. Which part?
How was the journey? How did it help you? How did you
Man.
come out of it?
Yeah. So then quickly, the journey for me was intense, but it was good. And what was buried deep inside, my intention was to find my truth and to find out what my purpose was, why I was even there, because I really don't know. It's just like I got there, And so my music has been trapped inside of me like my entire life, and I didn't know. And like I've always been in it. I've always loved it, but my purpose came. My poetry came. I think I was speaking poetry inside of ceremony. I was singing, and I was healing people with my voice. So that was my purpose. Thank you, Princella. And you brought me to that. And then I did mirror work, and I was in the mirror, hard-headed, because that's me, and was all in the mirror trying to see. And my third eye was open. My third eye, I could literally see an eye in the middle of my head in the bathroom, and it was flickering like this bright, and it was crazy downloads in the bathroom. And I told Princella really quick, at home, I go into the bathroom and I escape everything. And that's where I go to think. That's where I'm creative. And it was the same thing in the spiritual realm, but it was on a being. Like it was just a whole different, higher vibration, and it still hasn't stopped coming. I'm having more downloads than I know what to do with, and I'm just trying to write everything down and remember. But if you haven't done it, if you want to get unstuck, if you want to get through trauma, because I broke through trauma. I was a Jehovah's Witness. I shouldn't even be at this ceremony. Okay, my whole life I was a Jehovah's Witness. So if anybody knows anything about that religion, you know what I'm talking about. So
you're the ones we would have from when they come ring the doorbell.
Ring the doorbell. Like what? My number's on that. But yeah. So we were taught, and I saw a lot of those demons that they talked about, and I broke through that, because that wasn't my trauma. That's what their trauma, and that's what they gave to me, and told me that that's what it was gonna be, and my life was gonna look like, and that's not the case. And I felt more free and more closer to God, and I saw God. I saw God in my psilocybin journey. I saw it. I can describe it. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna take up. I'll let everybody else talk. But that was just a 2% of my journey, but it was incredible.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
You ever experienced in your life? Was it the most beautiful thing that you've ever experienced?
It was the most beautiful thing. you're gonna see people in ways you didn't see them. You're gonna understand them. You're gonna understand why they trap you in their trauma. You're gonna learn how to navigate through it. Once you get out of it, it's the most beautiful thing you could ever do for yourself. And I mean, you gotta free yourself because their trauma is not our trauma. So I mean, do it.
And then you find out that we really live in a mystical and magical world. You know, it's been so many journeys we've been in, and people have seen my husband as a blue avatar. You know what I mean? In different, not people in the same ceremonies, different ceremonies, maybe in Atlanta, maybe in Michigan, maybe in
Debbie
California.
over here talking about Zeno was God. Zeno was God to her, and he was my deity, y'all. He was one of my deities. Okay, I saw that. Yes,
They see us a lot of different ways in ceremony. They see us in past lives. We see people in past lives, all of that. So yes, Zeno was God for source, God for sure. See what I'm saying? This is the kind of thing you see truth. This medicine is truth, and it teaches you.
Mhm.
So who
Thank you for
next?
sharing.
Yes, thank you, Dami.
Monet, if you want to share.
Yeah, Monet.
I'll go ahead and share my journey. So I'm Janine. I just did my how do you pronounce it again?
Psilocybin.
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 I'm being a little shy right now.
That's okay.
So
You'll be all right.
So I did it, with Damiana and, this past weekend, but kind of like in a nutshell, immediately when I was hit by the medicine, I tensed up. I could feel my body and my hands like tighten and like a paralysis. And I knew I was fighting at that point. I knew I was going through something that I had no idea what it was. And it was regression from my past lives that I've always wanted to look into. And at that point, I knew I was like a merchant in my past life. I knew I traveled long and far distances, whatever it was, like trading, or if I was just there to protect. And then I just remember gritting my teeth and just tears coming down. But all of that to say, coming full circle, I was like in like a space kind of, and I saw my demons. And when I tell y'all I saw my demons, devils like that were like that you see in movies, like the scariest things, demons, and they surrounded me kind of like 180, just all around me, and I was looking at them, but I had no fear. And I looked at them and I wasn't in danger, I wasn't in harm. They were just staring at me because in the beginning, all I saw were eyes, millions and hundreds of eyes staring at me. And they were those eyes. It was just my reflection. It was my mirror. It was me. And at that moment, because I was such in a safe place and I let go, I completely released. I looked at them and it was just love. It was love. And I said, like, I love you. And that was just me telling myself I love myself, knowing that I'm worthy. I released all my fears, my ego. And so it was just, it's not like they were there to harm me whatsoever. They came in peace. And they were just telling me like, okay, you did your work. You did what you needed to do. And now we can let you go. And they just like disappeared. And it was the most beautiful thing. And after that, I knew, like, amongst other things, that was just one of the main like impacts or focal points that I could truly speak on. Amongst other things, I knew at that point, like, I'm capable. And like, there's nothing to be afraid of, absolutely nothing. And then just another thing, like Princella was saying, like, we are everything and nothing at one, in one, like, just so.
Thank you. I want to, and I know Monet, you're probably gonna explain yours too really quickly, but I just want to explain and talk about when she said she saw her demons, and I talk to people about this a lot. The point of you going inside of yourself is to, at some point in time, do some damn shadow work, right? And that's a lot of times people are afraid of the shadow self. The shadow self is those parts that we like to throw away, the parts that we try to push down and repress. But we have to understand that the shadow self show up to protect us when trauma happens, right? Boom, right? The shadow person shows up. It shows up to protect us. People put on airs, people have egos. It's a lot of different things that people do and they go around, but it is a form of protection. And so the point is to go in and connect to that shadow self, understand the root cause on why the shadow showed up in the first place, love on the shadow, and then tell the shadow that it's okay to leave because now you're free and you don't need that anymore, right? Because you have the power to release anything that's on you, that somebody put on you, that you allow for somebody to put on you, and things that you brought over from past lives. You got the power to go through that and remove that because it's your vessel, it's your body, and it's your spirit, and you got the power because you God. You just got to be able to know how to tap in to understand that you got that power in the first place.
Amazing.
Thank you, Janice. Thank you for sharing. And yes, everyone, please, I want to hear Monet. She can be our last one.
I'll go. The experience was absolutely life-changing. The setup from preparing even before we got there, it's just perfect. It's well thought out. We're cared for in the beginning of it, caring for the collective and us individually. When we get there, it's filled with love. Everyone is there for good intentions and healing. My intention was healing, love, and releasing. And I released completely. And you don't know where you're going to go or where it's going to take you. But in those moments, you're forced to be courageous. You have no choice. And you realize how strong you are. I realized my strength because I was at the bottom and I had to pull myself up with the help of the collective, with the help of Princella guiding me every step of the way, and Zeno and everyone who was there. As a family, you realize how connected everyone is, how connected you are to source, to energy, to spirits, to each other. And when you come out of it, you realize how magical you are and how you are destined to be here in this moment. There were points where I thought, like, am I ever gonna go home? and you miss going home. And then when I finally got home, I'm like, I missed that journey. I missed where I was going through what I was going through and being shown answers. Zeno told me, he says, oh, you're going to get those answers. And I got all the answers I didn't even know I had questions for. And Princella was there asking me those questions and getting me to speak and use my throat chakra and getting those answers out. And I know even now, I thought when I came to, like, oh, wow, you know, I'm healed, it's over, like I made it through. And now, what is this, like day 2, I know that I have so much more healing to do and so much more work to do. And I can't wait to go. Like she said, there's levels, like what's the next level? Because although I got so many answers of where I was at that level in that moment, now I have more questions. I need more answers and more healing because I want to connect as much as I can with myself. But it was beautiful.
Thank you so much, Monet. If we can just get two people really, really
Thank
quickly,
you.
I just
Mhm.
want Desi to be able to talk, and then I also would like if Shannon could talk quickly, because Shannon, you talk about levels. Shannon has been on many, many journeys with me, and she could tell you how those levels happen. You know what I'm saying? And what happens when you integrate and you actually put the work in, because integration is the most important thing when you go on a journey. You can come in, the medicine ain't gonna do a damn thing for you, but open you up, teach you who you are, right? And show you some things. After you leave that plant medicine journey, it's up to you to integrate the things that you learn into your life. That's how you quantum leap, right? Is it okay if we talk to Desi really quickly and Shannon really quickly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hello, Desiree. So I also went on the journey this past weekend, and I I'm pretty positive I was the first one to have the medicine kick in, probably within 10 minutes. And my experience, I'm very grateful for, but it was really challenging and tough on me. I was very sick throughout the journey. I had a lot of physical pain, like here. I could feel myself here. However, I did go on my journey, and any time that I was kind of snapped back to coming here to make sure I was okay, the pain would come, and I just had like a really bad burning sensation in my chest and in my stomach, and I did a lot of purging, but overall, I went in with a lot of weight of grief, grief on my shoulders, and I do firmly believe that's the way that it was released. So as I was going through that journey and just facing those obstacles, the things that I've been through, I just had that physical pain that came along with it. But still very grateful, still processing a lot. And I am here to say that although I felt, not the best, I do feel much better, and you will make it through.
Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing.
The things that she was experiencing, though, like she said, when she came, she had a lot of grief on her, a lot of grief, a lot of stress. And so what the medicine was showing her, the medicine was showing her health, the medicine was showing her the priorities, right? And then also helping her to go in deeply to remove those things also. Shannon, can you talk
Hi,
about how many
Shaman.
journeys you've been on? Like,
Hello.
what happened before you started coming on the journeys? What happened through, like all of that, really quick.
I've been on, I think 10 or it might have been 11 journeys with
Ooh.
Vision as my shaman, and 2 Bufo journeys. And my journey started about a year and a half ago. So these have been, pretty quick. I've been after it. Like Desi, I had a lot of grief. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was called to the medicine because I was suffering. And I think a lot of people, I see it now, are in a state of suffering. And I didn't even realize it. I didn't even recognize my own trauma as trauma. It was just what had happened to me in my life, in my early life. I had lost 2 siblings, both at the age of 9, very tragically, lost a parent. And I didn't even recognize these experiences as trauma. And I didn't see what was happening to me because the body seeks relief. So I was drinking heavily, running a business, trying to, I have 3 little kids. And something called me to the medicine. I saw something written up in the paper in Detroit for the first journey, for the first retreat. that Vision hosted there, and I went because I was desperate. And that first journey, just like Desi, was a release of grief like I couldn't imagine. I look back at that, it was just 7 hours of excruciating pain. I mean, clenched, folded over, just it was just unbelievable. And it was very visual. It was incredible. I healed myself and really my mother as well, who had passed. Um, and it was just, it was the start of a new life, total transformation. Um, and I knew that that was just the beginning. And integration, that is the name of the game. I really immediately started to learn and apply myself to how do I burn off this energy all the time? How do I learn to live as an empath in this world in a way that doesn't capture energies, and get them stuck inside of me and create blockages in my energy flow. And I started working with tools for manifestation, crystal work, meditation, yoga. I did whatever Vision told me to do. And I kept coming back to deepen and to go to new levels and to continue to pursue my healing. I was able to heal myself of anxiety, depression, all linked to that early childhood trauma. I stopped drinking entirely, and I know that I had, at a minimum, alcohol use disorder, or abuse disorder, whichever the correct terminology is. And I've healed ancestors. I have had incredible journeys with my ancestors, and really discovered who I am. I've had incredible visions that have shown me I have always been a healer and a light worker in past lives and in this life. And I've awakened to that destiny and that path. It's a beautiful journey. And, for those of you, I'm just so excited for you all who have just had your first journey. The future for you is more beautiful than you can even imagine. This is just the beginning, just the beginning. But just like I've had 7 hours of excruciating pain in a journey, Vision will tell you, I've had 7 hours of the most purest peace and bliss and euphoria. Every journey is different, but Spirit has blessed me on some journeys with nothing but love for myself, love for the universe, seeing my own soul through the eyes of the Creator. That happened. I saw it. It was beautiful. How can you not love yourself when you see your own soul through the eyes of the Creator? How did I get through the pain? Exactly what somebody said when I first came on. I think maybe it was Monet. The environment is so supportive, and Princella talked about setting and feeling, safety. They put so much intention into that. I always felt safe, cared for, and there are other healers too that go on these journeys. It's not just the shaman and Zeno, who are incredible, but it's people like Angela, who was on this call. Angela healed me in my last journey from the loss of my father. I just buried him 2 weeks ago, and then went into a journey the week after. And Angela helped me, and other folks that were there. So the environment is so supportive. That's how you get through the pain. I'm just very happy for y'all. It's just really, it's just
They
the
had
beginning.
her back. I love that. Yes. Yes, they did.
Thank you so much for sharing. We needed to hear that. We
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
Yeah, incredible, incredible.
So I know we don't have a lot of time, left. Is it anything that you want me to talk about? Can I tell the people how to find me or?
Yeah, definitely. And
You
your
can,
products, tell them
yeah,
how to find you
we
and
sorry,
Mhm.
we had questions about your products and stuff like that that we're not gonna get into because we want to make sure you have a floor to actually really talk about it. So you could just share, your products, all your information and stuff like that. They see your Instagram and everything, but you can share whatever other information you want to share.
Okay. Okay. Well, people can get to me on all social media platforms. BTCH, I'm vegan. It's bitch, I'm vegan without the I, which stands for Building Intellect to Choose Healthier, but it's BTCH. IMVEGAN on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can DM me. You can click the link in my bio if you want to see everything that I do offer. We offer the medicine and microdosing to help slowly create new neural pathways in people's brains where they won't go on any psychedelic journey, but they'll find themselves creating a relationship with the medicine. I do ascension courses. I have a course, How to Heal and Manifest Your Destiny, using mirror work plus the inner working practices of unblocking the 7 chakras. That's something else that people can DM me for. Don't go in my DM. Don't go the link in my bio for that one because the course is $222 and I just took it down to $47. So they can DM me about the course and I'll send them that specific link. But it's all about making sure that people go inside of themselves and be willing to do the work. Also, if you want to become a part of my email list, so that you can know what's going on with the next retreats or ceremonies. Also, click the link in my bio and tap retreats and then click notifications. Once you sign up, go back to the email address that you signed up with and confirm your email address so that you will be able to receive all of the emails. That'll put you up on everything that we're doing and everything that we're a part of. And don't be
Okay.
afraid to DM me either, because it goes down the DM. Everybody don't want everybody knowing their business.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm definitely going to share more with you on that in the DM.
Okay.
Because I definitely want to try this. I really want to. And I appreciate hearing other stories because now I'm like motivated. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, I need that. We need that.
Okay. Well, hell, we here. You ready? We here.
All right. So this is another episode. Design Royalty. Y'all have anything else to say?
I mean, it's a lot. This is incredible, honestly, and I don't even know what else to say right now. I think I just need to just watch it over and just really go over this information because I learned a lot, and it's definitely giving me a lot of more spiritual ability and awareness. Because you don't walk around every day thinking about the higher, deeper understanding. You just kind of you get comfortable on the level you want a little bit, and you just, oh, I'm comfortable, I'm good, I'm learning a little bit, but I'm fine. And this is just helping me open up, because I've been thinking about the quantum leap thing, and I'm trying to trying to figure it out because there's so many things going on in life. You're trying to figure things out. So it's helping me. It's basically introducing. This is my introduction to quantum leaping and stuff,
For
basically.
sure.
May I
Yeah.
please speak before it's all done, especially to
Oh yeah.
Sean and the other
We got
brother?
less than 1
Oh
minute.
yeah,
The time goes
yes.
to
Thank
Zeno.
you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Zeno, Sean, and then Royal, right? I want to make
Yes.
sure I get your names
Royalty,
correct.
peace.
Less than 1 minute, baby.
Yes. Okay, listen,
Peace.
men, it is extremely imperative that you go inside of your universe. Every answer that you're looking to receive, every problem that you're facing, the answer is inside of you, period. And it's going to take that courage because we're not taught about our bodies and our emotions. We're trained up to suppress our emotions, to suppress physical pain. And so we walk around with major egos That's why we tend to lean to industries